Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Saturday Boys, where every day is a Saturday. Come join us as we hang out and talk about games, music, movies, and more. My name is Nick, and I'm joined by Anthony.
Hello.
John.
Hello.
And Brandon.
Howdy.
So I would normally go into hey, what are we drinking today, guys? But it's a little different today. We all seem to be drinking the same thing, roughly. What are we drinking today?
We're drinking a White Russian today. I guess we'll just tell you what the theme is up front here.
Yeah.
We're talking Big Lebowski today, so we're drinking the signature drink of the dude. It's going to be 2 parts vodka, 1 part Kahlua, 1 part half and half. The way he does it, at least. Oh.
Does he do it consistently throughout the movie, or did you guys say he did it a couple different times?
That's like the first way he does it. That's like the known way to do it. But he eventually just starts pouring like almost all vodka and then
well, if you go through that whole experience as him, you'd add more vodka too. Yes. So, but yeah, no, it's been a while since I've had a White Russian. I've actually waited to take the first step until we were actually recording because wanted to just do a cheers right off the bat.
Cheers, boys.
We're all a little different. Oh yeah. Yes.
Cheers on the microphone over here.
It just hits different.
You make a strong Caucasian.
I was about to say he does call it that at one point, right?
Yeah.
God. That's too good. That's dangerous.
It is.
I haven't had White Russian in years. I was more of an Irish car bomb type person. I used to do that a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tastes more like coffee. This tastes
like Yoo-hoo.
It's like a dude vodka Yoo-hoo. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, me and Shane were watching the movie last night, and we were like, well, he was like, dude, what if we put chocolate syrup in this? And I was like, that's
wrong.
Just like the best idea I've ever heard of in my life.
Too good.
Like, holy shit, the people have to know.
The people have to know you got to add chocolate syrup.
But John's also got his classics. So.
Oh yeah, John's got a soda for us today.
And also with the theme, it is a sarsaparilla. It is a good one.
Nice.
It is not Sioux City, but it is Earps.
Earps? Like Wyatt Earp?
Well, like Wyatt Earp. And it's got Wyatt Earp on the front.
Is it made in Tombstone?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Oh, but
no, it is Orca Beverage Company.
All I know is after a hard day of gunfighting, nothing beats a real sarsaparilla.
That's real sarsaparilla.
Real sarsaparilla.
Oh. We got the lights on.
How do those turn off? Oh, I know.
Maybe it's the new light that we have.
Yeah.
So pretty. I know, we finally figured out how to bring a drill.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. White Russian's a good one.
Yes.
Gosh. And God, what is the actor? I forget the actor's name who plays the cowboy.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. God. He just looks like the iconic Sam Elliott role.
He does.
Disregard that. Brandon just might be attacked later in the episode.
Killed by a wire.
But no, it's like Sam Elliott. He was in Ghost Rider, right? Too, with Nicolas Cage. Wasn't he the old original Ghost Rider?
Dude,
was that him?
I believe
maybe.
so.
Is this like his
I've seen
iconic?
that movie once, and I think I had to wash my eyes after I watched it.
What?
That would be a
It's
second
not that bad.
connection.
That's the second Ghost Rider.
To the Coen brothers through
I always
Nicolas
forget
Cage.
there's a second one.
Just Raising Arizona.
Yeah,
Also Nicolas Cage.
that's true.
See, it's like how many degrees away are you from Kevin Bacon is how many degrees away are you from Nicolas Cage.
Right.
I'm about 3 degrees away. Wish. Shit.
Gosh.
I can never escape him.
See, honestly,
Everywhere I go.
side tangent here. Nicolas Cage, amazing actor, right? We're all in the same boat. He has his ups and his downs, but he's
I don't know if
unique.
I'd say amazing.
I'd say he has some real gems, and then he has
he's good
some
at
like,
it.
horrible.
Definitely got some real gems.
Oh yeah, he's got both ends of the spectrum, which makes it like amazing.
I actually kind of liked Ghost Rider. That wasn't too bad.
That's why it's got Sam Elliott in it, just like Big Lebowski, for like 2 minutes.
You just compare Ghost Rider to Big Lebowski.
Yeah, they both have Sam Elliott.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That's where it ends.
You son of a bitch.
Gosh.
We got any interesting news today?
Yeah, well, side tangent. We'll go back to our news that we normally do. Not so important news.
Yeah, my news is not so important.
All right.
Mattel Adventure Park joins Glendale Crystal Lagoons project in Arizona. So we're actually getting like a little theme park, but it's like this like kind of shitty little Mattel one. And it has
Mattel.
It has a Hot Wheels roller coaster, but it's like in the parking lot.
Weird.
Wait a minute. That doesn't seem. Wait, that doesn't seem viable.
Right?
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna park my. What the?
How the hell do you do that? What the fuck is that?
What that is we didn't plan for an amusement park, and we're going to build one in a city that's been gridded in for 50 years.
Yeah, but how are you going to put a roller coaster over people's cars?
Well, like anytime you have maintenance, you're
That's
just gonna
terrible.
It's gonna
Yeah.
like, oh, you can't park here.
What if you drop something? What if you're like wearing glasses and they fall off and they
And that's
land
going
and they-
straight into somebody's windshield.
I
Yeah,
have
if
an
you have a
alternate
drink,
theory.
pretty much anything.
What?
Yeah.
You drive your car onto the roller coaster.
Oh my god. Why don't they do that? It's like a
You do
car
that in
wash.
GTA 5. Just take your car up onto the roller coaster on the pier.
Yeah. I've also taken my car onto the skate ramps. That's fun. Motorbike is also fun on skate ramps.
Side note, tangent.
I accidentally made friends with like a 10-year-old on GTA through that.
Who hasn't accidentally either made
We
friends
both
or
started
killed?
riding on the fucking ramp. And
Oh yeah.
he was like, hey, you want to do a couple missions? I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
No random person. I'm good.
Just
Gosh.
skating
See-
and you came along.
I envy your ability to say that. I would have been like, the guilt would have overcame me and I would have been like, okay, let's go. All right.
What
do it.
missions do you need done?
Yeah. What can we do?
I got another job for you.
Welcome back.
So I haven't played since the update. You said he stopped saying that?
He doesn't say, I got another job for you. What does he say now, Shane? It's,
I think it says, I've gathered a couple jobs for you.
yeah, he makes it like plural and he makes it like, he doesn't sound as mean anymore.
It's not
either.
like, I've got another job for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like a sad disappointment now. Like,
I've gathered some jobs for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sick of these fucking ghosts.
Keep sending people
Yeah,
to
just
their
because you're
death.
level 999 or whatever. What's the max level now? Since someone
There
over
isn't a
1,000.
cap,
There
I don't
isn't a
think.
cap.
There
Have you seen
isn't.
what level Cinnamon Toast Ken is? He's
Ken is
No.
over 5, I think.
he's
God.
over 5.
That's so
5,000?
many
Yeah.
levels.
What the heck?
Ridiculous, but it doesn't scale.
Okay, it's not
It never
exponential.
scales. No,
It's just linear.
That's how I hit 100 so fast. It never
Oh.
scales. I'm gaining the same amount of XP the
Okay.
whole time. So
All right.
it's just like the amount of rounds you play, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how many rounds you've done good? Because you get a lot more experience,
That-
right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Phasmophobia side tangent over. But yeah, no, seriously. With it's Mattel in Glendale?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's going to have like a little indoor, like kind of hangout area with a go-karts and Thomas and Friends indoor theme park, among other attractions. It's a 48 acres. It's going to have it's going to have world-class hotels, restaurants, a concert venue, a beach, a fly theater, and a 4D theater. So fly theater is just fucking...
It's not a bunch of flies in a
soaring.
little glass box like a flea circus.
I mean, that's what I
Wait.
was hoping.
But flea circus isn't just fleas in a little like box or something?
Yeah, they do the little rides and shit. But a fly theater is
little
live
bigger.
entertainment by different
Same
kind of
idea.
flies, Yeah.
Oh.
I would just like to point out that Disneyland is actually only 85 acres.
I was just about to say, how much is Disneyland compared to that? So that's bigger than Disneyland.
No, this is
No.
48 acres.
Oh, it's
This is
48.
half
It's
the
half the
size of
size.
Disney.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
roughly.
Half of Disneyland, basically.
That's still pretty sizable.
pretty
About
Pretty fucking big, man. But it's all contained within one thing. So you're gonna have the beach, the hotels, the restaurants.
All in those 48 acres?
Besides the Hot Wheels roller coaster that it's out in the parking lot. I don't know if that
freaking
counts as your
terrifying.
acreage, but
Hey, it's part of the parking lot. It's
I
part of
guess.
the park.
Yeah.
Part of the
Might be
ship.
The
Part of
coolest,
it. Yep.
the coolest valet job ever. Y'all take your car. Woo.
It's not a roller coaster.
but yeah, they're trying to open before the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's
The
next
Super
year here,
Bowl's gonna
right?
Be in Glendale in 2023.
Oh, so they got 2 years to work on it.
Yeah.
Well, they can't finish the damn streetcar. Let's see them do an amusement park.
Well, they'll prioritize this over public transportation.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mattel Hot Wheels track is more important.
Give me a damn Mattel streetcar in Tempe.
So theme it like Mattel. I don't give a shit. I just want my streetcar.
Yep. They've been building that for 2 years. It's so cool. It's never
Okay,
done.
I'm out of the loop. May I be informed?
Downtown Tempe is building a streetcar. So on top of the light rail, it's going to be like a little trolley.
Mill Avenue? Or
It's going to go up Mill, 5th Street, and Apache.
Oh, shit.
So it's just a square.
Nice.
But like a trolley, you can jump on and off. So it won't technically have stations.
Okay.
So you can just rapidly get around in a circle.
That's cool.
That's dope.
But they've been building it for years?
2 years. And the
Like,
tracks
I've
are all
been to
done, but there's no
downtown in a while.
trains.
Oh, well.
Cool.
I think they've built skyscrapers quicker than they've built that
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
There's one next to your old work now that's taller than ADP.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, Tempe is building up like crazy right now. It just got in and out. And I'm like, where did all these buildings come from?
Where is this?
Gosh, other than local urban development news.
Yeah, I know you had some hot, not so important news. What you got?
Yeah. So it's about Capcom. So artist is saying that Capcom stole her photos for Resident Evil, Devil May Cry in this lawsuit that she brought up with them. So apparently she
saw that.
Right. I saw it like a couple different places, like when I was watching some streamers and it got brought up, and that's where like I actually looked into it myself because I hadn't heard of it yet. But apparently her name is Judy, and then she has a copyrighted book named Surfaces. And is allegedly like Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, like apparently have like assets, or saying that it's her assets or her
textures
and stuff.
basically.
Yeah, that they just used and just essentially just stole her. And since she has it,
Work straight up.
yeah, just saying that's since she owns the rights to it.
It's dated back all the way to Resident Evil 4, though, right? That's like
Yeah.
the earliest one that they show.
Yeah, because then they have this picture. If it actually,
It's basically the texture on the 3D model of the 4 in the Resident Evil 4 logo
Yeah.
is the same as the texture from her book. Like the way they use 3D mapping.
Yeah.
And all of that.
actually, because
I've seen it, and it's like
metal almost.
yeah, but it's like if you're that was 2005 Resident Evil 4, so this is like freaking 16 years later that you're bringing it up, unless it was just brought to your attention. Because I mean,
Right.
that's something super specific. That's like
Right.
AI would detect that stuff. Like this texture looked like this other texture in this book. This if it's kind of wrapped in one way or another.
It's kind of a stretch.
yeah,
it is like
That's
the
what I was
more
thinking.
you read about it too, like there's some stuff to kind of go with her, like saying that like even the file names are the same that as her file name. So like
All right, if they can get into the source code and do that, but then
yeah, but that's why like
okay.
it seems like there's a lot of like little tidbits here and there to be like, oh, it's definitely like she's correct, like they stole stuff. But then you can kind of like if you step to the side and kind of like, well, actually,
Well, how many ways is there to draw the number 4?
well, it's a texture on the number 4.
yeah.
It's a
Texture. It's
pattern.
literally just the broken glass
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah,
It's just this. They overexposed it onto the 4. That's the.
and I think it was
petty
part-
shit. I've.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
like
get
if
It's
it was
like something
legit,
you made,
like
but
they
it's just
stole
like.
it.
Like, how did you even notice
That's
that?
what I'm saying. It had to
Holy
be like
shit,
some type
like-
of copyright thing just kind of picked up on it.
and then she's
she got
claiming
informed
too
or
that she
something.
pointed out at least 80 different photographs of like that were used in different Capcom games. So I think like when she's bringing up like for those two games, like those are I think like the bigger
big
ones are like
examples.
probably the most like used assets of hers.
most easiest to explain.
Yeah.
Like without showing all of the texture of the house in the area in Devil May Cry 2. It's like, oh yeah, it's just this easier texture here.
I think another one is like God, this website's so poorly optimized, it's unreal.
That's Polygon for you, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Like I literally can't even get it to show.
Yeah, no, you have
Yeah.
some pretty messed up textures here, like
Yeah, it's like
textures
kinda like
of
a book.
boxes and stuff that just looks insanely similar.
Like some of the stuff is like literally just recolored, if not exactly identical to what the original
you just go into
is.
Photoshop and mess with the sliders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Hope she wins.
If
Yeah, I hope she gets some settlement out of that.
if it's actually
If it's
stolen,
hers. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just crazy that they were able to find something like textures.
What sucks, I really like Capcom as a company, so I hope it's
Yeah, I do too.
kind
I
of,
hope
you know,
it sounds sleazy as fuck.
yeah.
All right, plot twist. She used to work for Capcom.
Oh,
What if that was true?
dude, plot twist. Somebody stole the work and then legally sold it to Capcom.
Oh,
Somebody went and stole it when it was printed way back when, and then Capcom was
sold
just
it as
buying
their
it,
own.
thinking they were buying it as a legit.
They would have paperwork for that, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
wonder
see.
what happens with that lawsuit. We'll have to follow up on that one.
Right.
Curious.
'Cause that like I feel like with that she's gonna make a crazy amount. That's the only thing. Is like when I was looking through, I don't think there's any like release for like what the lawsuit, like the amount is being like.
It's always
towards them.
It was settled out of court.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, all
It's
right,
like one of the
thanks.
things
Probably
where
be settled out of court,
Yeah.
honestly, given the nature of what it is.
Actually,
don't really wanna know
Here it
these.
is. She's also seeking damages, false copyright management, and removal of copyrighted management. $2,500 to anywhere from 25 to 25. Wow, I can't even talk. $2,500 to $25,000 for each used photograph.
Oh, for each?
So potentially she's gonna get a shit ton of money. She can easily make $250,000 off of just like that one
that's
section.
actually
Holy
kind of reasonable. She's not like those people that go after like millions and millions of dollars.
Well,
She's-
that's small enough to where she might win. too.
Exactly. She knows
then
what
they'll
she's
just kind of to
Well, yeah,
brush it
because
under
they're
the
going to have
rug.
to pay out, what'd you say, like 80?
Oh, yeah, because I think the one was like 80, and then I think another section even said like over 100. So it's
My
like,
Lord. So, yeah, she's making a couple mil off that.
Yeah, or right here. She pointed out more than 200 instances of her photographs allegedly being used in Capcom's games.
Hot dog.
That's getting up there in size, though, that chunk of change.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's I
see.
guess also assuming like how much of them are actually the full
Legit.
amount. Like
see that one there
25K.
that you just scrolled by, that one is legit 100% stealing, but that makes me question what her art is. Because
Right.
the art on the right is from Resident Evil 4. It's like this little fountain thing with some goats and sheeps, and it's straight up the same architecture. But what the hell is the architecture on her left? Is she a photo publisher? She just says her books. Like, I'm so curious if is he just pictures of random places that she has
There
copyrighted
was a
photos
section
of?
because it
Or
said what she was using them for.
yeah, exactly. What does she do?
Yeah, I'm very curious. You're right. Does she take photos and then they're using the photo texture? That's kind of what
Yeah.
it seems like.
No,
It's
she said
like-
the book. So like she had all this like on a CD, and she said the surfaces. The book is intended to be used for visual research for artists, architects, and designers.
Oh, so it's a bunch of her own photos that she copyrighted for people. Okay, so this is kind of getting deeper than I thought. They might have bought, like, actually taken that.
I think,
Yeah.
I
And
think
then
it was a
never-
designer that knew this book from a design class.
And then they took it and claimed it as their own. This could be a very much as one or two employees fucking up and the higher ups not checking their work.
Right?
Yeah.
And they just like, oh, you
Ooh.
have this stuff, cool. Just use it. We're not going
It's
to
like, oh
question
yeah, this
it.
is all my stuff here that I brought on. I'm just some little visual designer in Capcom Japan. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's terrible. Well, actually, no, that'd be in the USA because I think they worked on Devil May Cry and some of that.
Yeah.
So, yeesh, the plot thickens.
Right.
But yeah, no, that we'll have to follow that and see if we can find anything in up next coming weeks.
thickens like a stew.
Yeah, it's like as of June 7th, Jonathan Winter, what is it? Just her name is Judy. I already forgot her name.
Judy, I believe,
Her lawyer told Polygon in an emailed statement, we put together a very detailed complaint, which we think speaks for itself. And other than that, we have no further comment. So not too much updated on it.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. But we'll
I
see.
know, right?
Dude, they keep sticking.
They're moist. Mine doesn't. It's just your glass.
My coaster sticks. Well, this one too.
When you want it to happen, it never really happens.
Weird.
You
Condensation.
can almost
you go.
lock it in. With the,
There you go. It's magic.
you can lock it in. It's magic. I am the magic.
Oh, now I can't do it. Darn.
Hey,
Accidentally
the little
made
mat.
a ring on my.
A ring on your matted ring.
Oops.
So yeah, that's crazy thing I heard.
Crazy big thing.
All right. One last final bit of news for me. John, do you have anything? Or?
Nothing.
No, yeah. After 2 years, it was announced.
Oh yeah.
We have it. We're not hollow anymore. Humanity restored. We've been waiting 2 years for a single bit of news of Elden Ring, and it finally got dropped today or this week, and I'm so happy.
The trailer was dope. Not gonna lie. I'm not as into the
Humanity
FromSoft
restored.
games, but
It was just the fact that it's 2 years with not a single drop of news, and then
Yeah.
you're
Right.
reminded of the people waiting 3 years for Elder Scrolls 6.
yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, that
Halo
was announced.
Infinite,
Well, when was Halo Infinite first announced? Oh,
2017, I think.
gosh, really? Was it that long ago?
4 years.
When was the last major Halo then? I guess Master Chief Collection doesn't count. Shit.
Halo
5, 2014.
Yeah.
Wow.
Always forget, never remember.
Yeah, and I never, as we said on the Halo episode, I've never really beaten Halo 5. So, rest in peace, Halo fans.
And
Right.
Infinite was announced at E3 2018.
E3 2018. Okay,
3
so.
years.
But they've had a little bit of news and gameplay shown. That's the thing. Is Halo Infinite, they're being fed.
Yeah.
There's
True.
been nothing for the other franchises. So that was the kind of what made everyone go insane. But yeah, that's my little bit of
so.
news this week.
Just ready for copies. Like, yes.
Elden Ring. Oh.
Well,
right.
let's get right
Move on to the big one.
into it, dude. The biggest one,
Big Lebowski.
the dude.
Gosh.
His dudeness.
It's finally nice to get actually context to all the memes over the years. This is my first time actually watching the movie in completion.
Wild.
It's great. I've seen bits and scenes here and there, but no context to it. So, gosh, this is a roller coaster of a movie from beginning to end. Got to tell you that.
She's seen the car scene when he's like looking at the homework. That must have been a trip for you. Be like, it's here. This is the moment.
Yep.
Right?
Well, I've seen so many things like I hate the fucking Eagles, man, and
Yep.
just like all the memes and stuff. It's just
I actually,
too good.
so before my wife saw that, I said that to her once in the car. I was like, I hate the fucking Eagles, man. And she thought I was like serious. And I was like, no, I swear it's from a movie and I'll show you.
You're like, I like the Eagles. Don't worry.
Yeah, mixed on the Eagles. I like certain Eagles.
I like the Eagles.
Nah, not really.
You don't like the Eagles?
I'm not.
It's a petty reason, but
Yeah, that's right,
You feel
buddy.
with the dude?
I just don't like.
You got to say it then. Say it for
no,
us.
I'm not gonna say it.
Is it
No,
because
no,
of
no,
the
no,
Big
no.
Lebowski?
Not the reason. You got to say, I fucking hate the Eagles, man.
Fucking hate the Eagles, man.
There we
Get
go.
out of my cab.
Yeah, get the hell out of my cab. Pulls it over.
gosh,
Actually picks him out.
Yeah. Today we're talking about The Big Lebowski, a 1998 film. I didn't realize it was that old. I always thought it was in the mid 2000s.
Actually, I did think
90s.
it was newer too.
It was set in
Directed
the,
by the Coens.
early 90s.
Yeah, set in 91 or something.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, this is such a complicated plot. I don't even feel like we should just do a plot breakdown just because that's kind of the point of the movie. It's
Guy
just
gets his carpet pissed on and it's adventures after
adventures from there on.
He just wants to get a new car. He just want to get some
Dude,
new
it just
carpet, man.
really tied the room together, man. Yeah, it just really fucking tied the room together. God, these are iconic characters that I've seen for years, like just the John Goodman and the
The characters are just astounding. The
Jeff Bridges.
The jokes just hit different though too.
They really do.
Like just right from the get too. You know, like gets his carpet pissed on, head dunked in the toilet.
I can't.
Where's the money?
Where's the money?
I don't know. Let me take another look.
Dude,
Like
so
just
iconic.
the best lines.
I think I
man.
saw something down there, man. Let me
Yeah.
get another look.
That was so great.
Good, dude.
He picks up the bowling ball. He's like, what the hell is this? And he's like, clearly you're not a golfer.
I know. And just the way he's sitting, like after he finally gets off him, he can kind of just sit there and just kind of.
Gets his fucking
He-
sunglasses.
He's just sitting there and he's just kind of like, ugh. He's like, something about being housebroken or.
Yeah.
Because after hearing so much about this and just like the philosophy of the dude, seeing it actually like in person for the first time is just like next level. Like, okay, the dude abides. I get it.
Besides,
Dude abides.
God,
I
it
take
was-
comfort in knowing that
Everyone does.
Yeah.
he's out there.
I didn't realize. I wasn't expecting that to be so late in the movie too. I thought that was just going to be like a. I guess I'm so used to more Disney type things where they try to beat it into your head like 14 times.
Yeah.
Like this is the motto, just go for it. But no, just once at the end, that's all it needs.
Yep.
The dude is the motto, man.
Gosh, yeah. So many iconic actors in this. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Tara Reid. Gosh,
Jeff Bridges,
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
John Goodman.
Flea. Can't
Yeah,
Flea.
Flea.
He's one of the nihilists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think that's funny because they make him look so short and Flea's actually like a tall guy.
Yeah. I never, the first time I watched it, I didn't even know he was in it. And like even knowing he's in that character, it's still like, I feel like it's not as obvious as other roles he's been in.
Right.
He said nice marmot.
Nice marmot.
Buried him.
Such a weird scene. Like I'm just breaking your house and throw that into the tub with you. That's cool.
Amphibious rodent.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the plot is basically there's two Lebowskis, the dude and then the Big Lebowski, and the dude gets dragged into the Big Lebowski's drama and gets pushed around by many different people and just has a hell of a week.
The Big Lebowski's wife owes money to some people,
Yeah,
and she wants to get the money so she can pay those people and also just have a little bit extra cash.
Yeah.
but
Because she'll suck your dick for $1,000.
Let me go find a cash machine, he says.
I love that line. Let me go find a cash machine.
Well,
He's
and
getting
then,
pulled away.
and then for what's Philip Seymour Hoffman's character's name? I
don't
can never
remember.
remember.
Brant.
Brant. I was like, go for it. Brant watches, it's another extra 100. and like his
then
reaction,
Brant's
His
just like,
reaction is like,
he's like, I was back. Like, I just like, shut the fuck up.
gosh.
Such a roast.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, too. He's a fantastic, was a fantastic actor. Thank you.
Crushed that role.
I didn't recognize any of the things that the Big Lebowski's actor had been in. He was like a big classic actor. This is one of his later roles in his life, so I didn't recognize any of his earlier stuff. Do you know him from anything else? Or
I personally
I don't think so, no.
I feel like I would recognize his voice almost.
like, let's see, the Big
Who
Lebowski.
are we talking about? Jeff Bridges?
No, David Huddleston as Jeffrey the Big Lebowski.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. John. Oh, I thought it said John Tarantino, but it's the guy who plays Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can we talk about the Jesus for a sec?
Okay. So there's a bowler who is a competitive against the dude in his team.
Oh my
His
god.
name is Jesus.
The Jesus.
Jesus.
Such a weird freaking
The
character.
ball and
He's also, God, he licks the ball. That's so fucking weird. And then
Also, the
does
way he cleans the ball, yep.
yeah.
you know,
He
it.
also did a stint in jail.
You can't forget the kiss he blows to Steve Buscemi. That's one of my favorite scenes I caught on this. Probably my 10th watch through. I never noticed this. So he turns and he kisses Steve Buscemi, and Steve Buscemi goes like he's almost just like,
fuck. Yeah, I love it.
Buscemi's character is just like a space cadet. He's,
Shut the fuck up.
he's like, you're out of your element, Donnie.
Donnie is my favorite. I love
Donnie is the best.
Donnie.
In-N-Out Burger, they have good
Okay,
burgers.
but the Jesus.
Jesus.
He had a spin-off movie.
Oh, I never watched that.
Did he?
It's awful.
Oh, no.
It was
It was
bad.
released last year, right? I want to say it was like 2020.
No. Let's
The Jesus Rolls came out 2019.
yeah. The Jesus Rolls was an awful movie. If you like the
even
Big
hear about
Lebowski, don't ruin it by watching the Jesus Rolls.
There's a reason it's 4.3 on IMDb out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah,
God.
it's
20% Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh. That's rough, buddy.
I'm good.
It was pretty bad. Really had nothing to do with the Big Lebowski or like the Jesus
Character?
like tied to like. It really had nothing to do with this at all.
That's rough, buddy. Were the Coen brothers involved with it in any way?
No, what he did was basically I forget the actor's name, but he licensed out the
Character and the
character.
rights.
I'm pretty sure, and like they made a movie based on like that licensed character.
Oh.
It just doesn't hit.
That sounds as good as it would be.
Yeah.
So not.
Yeah, but the Big Lebowski is probably one of my it's probably my top 5, if
Top
not
3 for me, yeah.
yeah, it's probably my top. It might be one of my favorite comedies of all time.
It's still too new for me. I got to give it a couple watches, but it definitely has the potential. It can be up there.
It's just I like a movie that I can keep rewatching it and continually find things that are new and funny to me.
Would you want to know the funniest thing? People's biggest complaint with this movie is that there's no point to it. There's no resolve. It's just a story.
It's a point. It's 3 conflicting storylines.
Yeah,
They're all
but they
competing.
never get resolved really, not in a cinematic way. So that
Right. It doesn't have
for
to
the
go
average
pay off.
cinema goer who's like a plebeian, they don't like
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's like any
kidding.
Coen Brothers
Yeah,
film.
no.
I feel like you're either like really with it or you're really not. Like No
Yeah.
Country for Old Men. I think it's also one of the best movies.
up
The
there.
Coen Brothers are just geniuses.
Raising Arizona, Fargo.
Yeah, like all of these movies, but they all kind of are anticlimactic in a way. That's kind of the Coen
Yeah.
Brothers shtick.
Yeah. They're not going
almost-
for the big finish and, yeah.
No, you get all the action about 3/4 of the way through the movie, and then it kind of just like,
Yeah, tears off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I like it being with them and also Edgar Wright, like all those, like they always have like a specific type. So like you go into it expecting a certain thing and you get that, and just nice. It's consistent.
It's rewarding too. You know what you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're just like the way that they write jokes and like script is just so
Yeah,
good.
It's
definitely
believable.
dialogue.
Yeah.
It's dialogue
driven.
for sure.
Like the whole first scene where basically John Goodman convinces the dude to basically how much you really like that rug. You're out of your element, Donnie. And just like back and forth. It's like it's constant, never gives you a chance to breathe. But if you can follow it all, it's like he convinces the dude that that rug really tied that room together. And it's just like
Interesting,
all
man.
that. It's just the
Fucking
dialogue
interesting.
for that.
Yeah.
And then Donnie butting in here and there and the other teams is just it was perfect.
I love that that's his consideration. So as he's talking and he's getting ready to bowl and he's doing his stretches, and he's like, "Fucking interesting, man." Like it's not even like, "Yeah, that's a good point" or anything. It's just, dude abides.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Donnie now for a sec.
Oh, Donnie.
Have you guys heard the theory?
No.
Yes.
You haven't heard the theory?
God.
What is the theory?
The theory. I don't think so.
Okay.
No, there's a theory.
John
Brace
knows the
yourself.
theory, yeah. So
Oh.
Donnie is not real.
Oh.
He's one of John Goodman's friends from the Vietnam War that died, and that's why John Goodman is the only character that interacts with him in the entire film.
And that's why in the monologue he mentions Vietnam. And then the dude goes, "What the hell did Nam have to do with anything? Donnie wasn't in Nam."
If you notice, the dude's character never speaks to Donnie. Not a
No.
single line.
I thought he did.
Nope.
Doesn't
Nope.
acknowledge him. He looks right through him even.
Yep.
Like
Nor
he,
did-
he
he never
like
talks
it's
to
like
him.
as if like
Huh.
Well,
He's
because
not
I thought Donnie was on their team when I first watched this because I just didn't
he's
know
on
much
their
about.
team, but if you look at some of the other teams, they're 2 people.
Yeah, and Donnie, that first game, he's not bowling with them. He's behind them. That's why he keeps on butting into their conversation because he's not actually
He's not
with
bowling
them.
like with them. Yeah.
No.
Fortunately, the Coen brothers have said that one is not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just hard to.
It's such a good one, though.
It's such a good one that when you watch it, you just can't help but to like every time I watch it, it'll give you like you're gonna want to rewatch it like this weekend.
Oh yeah, I was
to
planning
see
on
like
it.
Right.
like now you're gonna watch it with that in mind, and you're gonna
Be like,
see it
"Holy
every
shit."
time.
That's
you're gonna be like,
ridiculous.
Holy shit! Like the theory fits. Like there's only like I think one time where they acknowledge him,
But barely.
but barely. Yeah, it's like I think he says like maybe one line.
Well, what about the whole thing with his ashes at the end, where he pours the ashes onto his face?
That's the only part at the
That's
very,
the
very
only
end.
interaction.
Oh wait, well,
Yeah.
isn't he when because he said your phone's ringing? He's like, "Thank you, Donnie." So he directly like talks to him.
Oh yeah, your phone's ringing. Thank you, Donnie.
Like
Yes,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like I could have sworn like I know there is. So I guess
Okay.
That's two,
that would
yeah.
that would be
Two,
the one
but
to break.
those are like but
just
like
to show that they didn't intend that, but otherwise, that's crazy.
Another famous fan theory like that is that Donnie represents the viewer. The viewer that's confused by everything, and the questions that he asks are supposed to be like things that they want you to notice at certain points.
I can see that.
Yeah.
As like a surrogate.
Yeah, he's like kind of like a guide character almost to like how fast the plot moves because it is all dialogue based and
Right.
There are so many characters. I mean, we didn't even talk about all the groups yet. Basically, there's the bowlers, you know, the dude, John Goodman and Steve Buscemi. And then there's the like Big Lebowski and Philip Seymour Hoffman, Tara Reid and all them. Then there's the nihilists, which are I felt like they got thrown in the film very quickly because it was just like the friend of
Out of all
Tara
of them,
Reid.
they definitely felt very rushed. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he's got money, so that's why they start beating him up. Because I was like, that's really, or they tried to think that she was kidnapped or something.
And then like the whole toe thing.
They got thrown
Yeah.
in there. I felt like, but yeah, there's the nihilists, and then there's the Big Lebowski's daughter, and all of that. I forget that character name. Maud Lebowski.
I
Yeah,
can tie
Julianne
her
Moore.
to the nihilists though.
so you really it's really part of the same group, and they were
Yeah.
both trying to rip
Yeah.
them off. Everyone
Okay.
was trying to scam the dude.
Yeah, everyone was trying to scan the dude at the end.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
I feel like with Maud, like probably the least of them, but I think it's because she ulterior motive because she wanted a
to
kid.
scam
Yeah.
the Big Lebowski and the Little Lebowski.
And she got the little Lebowski.
the littlest Lebowski.
Which would have been a better spinoff than the fucking Jesus Rolls. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
for sure.
Which is why the Coen brothers didn't do it because they knew it was good, but it was too much work.
Little
You can't.
Lebowski. You have the Big Lebowski and you have the
Oh.
Little Lebowski.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Come
That's too good.
on.
That would have worked.
Ah,
Come on, Coen Brothers. Give it to me.
have they ever created sequels to their films?
I don't think so.
Don't think so.
No, they don't. They don't work like that.
Like a FromSoft thing.
Hey, I was the one who made you watch 15 minutes of lore video while the camera
Now
was
I
charging.
know.
Yes,
Now I can speak.
you can speak a little bit. You
Now I
might be
can
able to
speak
be
at
on
the
the
dinner
podcast
table.
by the time we
Maybe. Do
Maybe.
record it.
you have the eyes within?
Oh, he's gone hollow.
Okay.
I have eyes on my head and I have glasses in front of my eyes.
Do you have eyes on the inside, or you're
I
lost?
have no eyes on the inside.
He's gained no insight. All right, we've gone into the maddening corner here, but no, yeah, it's every scene in this film is just ridiculous. Like when he first meets Maud and all of that, and like he walks in, and I saw all like
almost
the
a
paint on
scary
the floor.
scene, dude.
It's
Right.
kind of
Her,
weird.
like, just
Music
flying
is
towards
dark,
him.
and then the fucking paint flying, and
It's a little creepy. But yeah, no, he goes to the Big Lebowski's daughter. I forget why he originally goes there, though. It's like looking for something.
Ooh.
Well,
I don't know.
she calls him.
Oh,
Right,
she calls him,
him to come there. Yeah,
Well, you first see her when she beats the shit out of him because he stole the Big Lebowski's rug.
right.
Oh, that's
Punches him in the
right.
fucking jaw or face or something like that.
but I don't think he knows who she is when he gets called there, though.
No.
Yeah, and then they find that out in the conversation when they get there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I thought was kind of funny, it's not about Maud. I'm kind of jumping all over it.
Okay.
This one, but the Big Lebowski, when he finds out that Tara Reid's been kidnapped, her bunny, he's got this fucking music playing when he's sitting there sobbing.
It's so good.
And it's just like this like crazy orchestral piece. I was just like, what the
Right.
hell?
Like
It
that
is
scene in itself
great.
is iconic.
What I said to Shane was, I was like, is this what rich people listen to when they're sad? Like,
Right.
just like this dramatic, sad, like orchestral, like.
Strong men also cry.
I was like, are you surprised by my tears, Lebowski?
Fucking A, man.
That was a well written thing because like.
Do you mind if I light up this joint, man?
And just like contrast of him, like he's being super serious and he's like just completely depressed. And
Then he
the dude
reads the
just got,
facts and he's like, "Fucking bummer, man."
Fucking bummer, man. Yeah. Real bummer.
oh,
That's too good. Yeah.
He says, "What makes a man?" He's like, "Is it the willingness to act? when you need to? And he's like, yeah, that and a pair of testicles.
That and a pair of testicles.
Oh my god.
God, too good. Yeah. Are y'all chugging your...
Yeah,
done with
White
my
Russian.
coffee.
This is a sipper for me. Gosh. It's been a while
So
since I
good.
drink alcohol. It's... hard alcohol, I should say. Not beer. Sorry. No. I'll still finish it. It's delicious.
Oh, you don't touch my
Gimme.
White
No.
Russian.
No second drink for you today.
Oh.
It's okay. I have an aha.
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 Second drink, dude. Second drink.
Oh.
Yep.
Third or fourth, maybe?
Raspberry
All right.
acai.
But yeah, no. How sad is the dude's car by the end of this?
So sad.
Dude, just well, especially after what fucking John Goodman does to that Ferrari.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
And then that guy comes out, my baby,
Right.
my baby, and then he just starts beating the shit.
I didn't know what to
out of-
expect out of that scene because basically they think this kid stole all of the money that Big Lebowski was going to have to pay for Tara Reid's kidnapping, and they thought this kid stole it. And there's a nice new Ferrari out front, so the kid
Larry
doesn't say
bought
anything.
Ferrari.
Little
Fucking-
Larry. When they first see the kid's dad and he's in that machine, and when John Goodman's character Walter walks in the door, I love that line. He goes, "And a good day to you, sir."
Right.
He goes and
Such a
beats the
weird scene.
shit
It
out
is.
of the.
Yep.
But real
and then
quick.
it's like
This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry.
Right.
But he says it
over and
like
over.
40 times. Yeah.
But also when they're like interrogating the kid, I like how like we know the mom's right there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
why was she just like, I'm just gonna let them talk to my kid this way? I don't know who the hell these two dudes are. Like well,
Well, she thought they were the police.
yeah.
but then he said that they weren't.
I know.
Like
and
was
then-
she just like
yeah, I don't.
like that's what I mean? Like they weren't even pretending to be anything they weren't. They
Maybe
were
she was just curious too. Like,
I guess
what
it's true.
is
I mean,
this?
like-
Like,
What?
I mean
Larry has a mill? So, I didn't know about this.
right? She needs to hear about it. Turns out to be 2 phone books.
Yes, sir.
also, why the fuck did like it had to have been locked? Why would they not check to make like see the money in there?
It had to have been.
Like that's the thing.
But
Like,
how are they going to get in there? Break it open, I guess.
yeah, that's that was like one of the few things where I'm like, I don't know if I say it's a plot hole so much as in it's just like it's just something that was just like glazed over.
Well, their characters are just kind of bad at planning. They're not actually heist men. Like, I mean, look at the.
That's
they were
true.
trying to do a ringer, and then
Got
they
the
didn't.
Uzi?
He didn't even realize there wasn't a pass off.
Well,
Like,
Walter calls it early on. He
Yeah.
calls the whole movie, the whole plot, and he says, "Fucking amateurs, man.
Right.
They're all fucking amateurs."
He was literally only wrong about one thing
Yep.
about him actually being crippled. Like he's actually crippled.
Yeah, that's-
like that's the only thing he was wrong about.
God.
And that scene was hard to watch.
I know you can walk.
He just flops him on the ground like, oh,
He starts crying. He's like, "Come
It's
on,
so
man, help me
sad.
get him up."
Oh.
oh my god. But yeah, that whole that handoff thing was just crazy.
Can we talk about Walter's escalation earlier?
Oh, yeah,
because
with
it
the
got
gun.
the earlier
Oh, yeah.
scene
Oh, with Smokey.
with Smokey.
right.
Yeah.
You
Stepped over the line, Smokey.
What the fuck? Watching, I'd never really seen something from that scene before, so that caught me all off
Oh
guard.
yeah.
He takes
I
bowling
was-
very seriously.
I
Yeah.
saw the meme, but I had no idea,
Hey.
no context to
Yeah.
that.
It was a
so.
league game. Okay.
It
It was a league game.
So
It was
That's
a
why.
league,
It's a league
game.
the
and he
next
stepped
round.
over the line.
Yeah.
And so fucking A, it just escalates.
Mark it as a 0, Nick.
Mark is 0, dude.
Mark it as a fucking 0.
And then the consequences of that, what are they?
pretty much nothing. You see like the cops
Well-
like run in after they start leaving, and then that's it.
Smokey does leave the dude a voicemail.
Yep, Smokey, and they almost get disqualified from the league, but they also waive it, and they end up advancing the league. So arguably, the rest of the bowling scenes wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Walter's escalation,
Yeah.
because Smokey would have won.
Yeah.
Damn.
We wouldn't have met Sam Elliott either.
True.
No, yeah, because he comes in about halfway through the film for the first time.
Yeah,
So-
because you only hear him in the opening before
You hear
that.
him in the opening dialogue, and then
One of my favorite lines. Sometimes you eat the bar. Sometimes the bar eats you.
I watched it with the captions on. It's Bear.
Bear?
Yeah,
I like it bar.
Oh yeah, I actually did notice that. Okay.
I prefer
it
bar.
makes sense now. The bear eats you instead of a
sometimes
bar.
a bear eats you.
No, sometimes you eat the bar, bud.
What is up with that dialogue in the beginning too? He just kind of trails off. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, there's a
wonderful, man.
dude, and he's a dude.
Yeah, because
Goes
just no one
on, and
knows.
It's just like,
Yeah.
all right. What are we talking about?
I like when he finally gets to meet the dude, and he looks at him and he's like your style, dude."
Like yours too. You got kind of a
Cowboy.
He just drinks his sarsaparilla and smiles, dude. It's so blessed.
Gosh, it's too
The
good.
two chillest dudes.
Right. Sam
Gosh.
Elliott's always a pretty chill character in like most of what he plays.
I can't even like picture him yelling.
No.
I think if anything, like, no, yeah, I don't think he has the capacity. He's just too chill.
I want to look up some random Sam Elliott films here that we're not thinking of, where he plays some crazy villain or something like that.
Right. It's like there's like literally one where like he yells the whole time.
There's probably someone listening at home that's just like, this movie.
How do you not know
Sorry,
every
I
movie
don't
he's
know
been in?
his entire filmography.
Right.
Oh god, there's a whole Wikipedia page just for his filmography alone. You know,
He's
normally
been
it's
in
like a
so
little
many movies.
side thing. Yeah, he started in 1967. Holy crap. He's been working for a while.
Yeah.
Way of the West. I wouldn't expect anything less
Right.
from his first film.
Yeah, him not in the Western would be a crime.
Oh, he was in Hulk. I forgot about that.
Oh my
He was
god,
the
he
villain
was.
in Hulk.
He was. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
2003. Gosh, who directed it? It was Ang Lee Hulk film.
That
he was
Hulk
the villain.
film felt like a fever dream.
Yeah, have you
That's
seen
the one where he runs
2003?
off into the
No.
cave
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
the
in the
desert,
desert,
running.
and then he's got
he
the
flips a tank.
I am literally, I'm having like flashbacks right now, like an acid flashback, dude.
Stay out of Malibu, Brandon.
But no, he was the villain in that, but he was a military villain, so that fit his role.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very,
I could see that.
yeah. Like, have you guys seen Thank You for Smoking? I've heard good things about it, but I've never sat down and watched it.
I've only seen it one time, and I've because think that
was
says
younger
Will.
when I
that
watched
has what's his name?
Kind of has an idiocracy feel,
Because that's the guy that's Two-Face, right? Is that who it is?
like Harvey Dent
Yeah,
from the 2008 Dark Knight.
I think so. I think it's who.
Yes.
What the
that
hell is
the
his
guy.
name?
I can't remember him.
I almost said Will Arnett, but I'm like, that's not it.
Not Will Arnett.
Like, I know
in
that's
Marmaduke.
Definitely not
I
Will
know who it's
Arnett.
not.
right.
Just start listing off every actor ever, and we'll get there eventually.
Okay.
All right, let's start with A.
Oh, Aaron Eckhart.
Oh, wow, I would have gotten to him recently. That's two A's.
I never would have gotten that in a million.
Was that actually
years,
right, or am I just-
but
I
that
have
is
no idea.
100% correct.
Yeah, look at that.
But I never would have gotten
I
that
just-
in a million
Jeff
years.
Goldblum.
That's a topic for.
Speaking of which, Jeff Goldblum in the Summer Games Fest, was I the one who watched that? Cringes all get out.
Really?
He's the embodiment of cringe.
He's just basically his character from Jurassic Park, just by talking about video games. Which is like,
I'm convinced that's him. Like, it's not an act.
No,
that's
it's
just
not.
that's just the way he
Legit
is.
him.
Like, so like him in Jurassic Park, it was probably the easiest role of
He
his
has a
life.
series on Disney Plus that's him just talking about
Yeah.
random
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
That is legit his personality.
you know, I saw that. I've never actually watched it. Though.
It's a trip.
I mean, I
Yeah.
just finished Mandalorian season 2. I'm a little behind.
oh my god.
I know, right? Sorry.
I've only seen an episode.
Oh my god. I'm gonna spoil everything for you right now.
Are you ready?
I already have it spoiled.
Okay.
That's right, buddy.
Oh.
I do have more stuff for the Big Lebowski, though.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
What do we got? Sorry, we're just going on random tangents.
I
here.
know that's how this one's gonna go. It's kind of like the movie.
Yeah, it just never
fits.
really resolves. It just
No.
kind of goes on.
Here's this next thing.
Today is Shabbos.
It is.
Shabbat.
Oh,
The
Sorry,
seventh day of the
gotta
week.
go. Bye.
Yeah. Well, you can't drive your car to get out of here.
Yeah.
So
Right? But
You're stuck.
we're relieved. We're okay because
Yeah.
the Saturday Boys is life or death.
this is true.
The
Saturday Boys
always
is
an
Shabbos.
emergency. It has to be done.
You know what's interesting? So it's a Jewish holiday, right?
Correct.
The character named Jesus looks at Walter and says he doesn't care about the holiday. Did you catch that?
No,
There
but
are so many witty like
No
lines
way, I
like
didn't
that.
catch
Yep.
Dude, that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about
Right.
with this movie is I will literally be
It's
watching
so
this
deep.
and just catch every
Right.
time. I've seen this movie like 10, 15 times. Every single time
Yep.
I catch something new. But yeah, no, I forgot what we were
You don't roll on Saturdays? You don't roll on
You're
Saturdays.
talking about
right?
Oh,
the
the
Sabbath.
Shabbos. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we've talked about so much random Shabbos. Yeah,
Welcome to the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, Walter is the one that celebrates Shabbos, so he can't do anything on Saturday. That's when I saw that. I just knew he was an OG Saturday boy.
Right, right. Because he's listening to the pod.
Yeah, he can't do anything. He's listening to the pod,
Right.
just like a good little Saturday boy.
Not answering his phone.
Nope.
Well, it's because he's playing his podcast through his phone.
That's the smart way to do it.
That's why you finally
1991
answers. He's like, "Hello."
technology. Did you see the portable phone that they give him?
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
So clunky.
Of a thing,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
God.
I love when the most intense, stressful part of the movie, the phone is ringing nonstop. It just adds to that that feeling you have of just like, oh,
Sitting there in front of the police and the phone
Right.
just keeps ringing.
just keeps ringing. Phone's ringing, dude.
Your phone's going off, dude.
In between those, like both the cops, you have like the the one cop that's like like way newer and is like you hear
yeah.
that voicemail that comes through, whatever, like the answering machine. It's like, well, that's solved. Like he's just like super like gung ho about it. And he's
Yeah.
like, dude, just
Then the other guy's sitting there playing with the dude's weed pipe.
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just gonna have this out here for us? Like, okay.
You mentioned the scene where he freaks out in the bowling alley and he pulls out the gun.
God.
Did you guys catch them when they go back out to the car and they're arguing? The cops and the SWAT team.
Yeah, they start
Yeah, they
running
started
in.
running back into the bowling alley right after they left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too good.
They just have like zero fucks given them. They
Yep.
don't acknowledge it. They're not even thinking or even worried.
Such an asshole, Walter.
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
That's one of those memes where the actual caption for it wasn't the actual scene, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like they just take a random image and then they had to put the quote over it.
Well, everything with Sam Elliott from that movie, like people just like put whatever they want in front of Sam Elliott's face in The Big Lebowski. Like I don't get that.
Yeah.
It'll be like Sam Elliott, and he'll be like, "When did people start liking caterpillars?" And it's like that has nothing to do with the damn movie. Like, you see that shit all over
Because
Facebook,
of his mustache for that one.
right?
Big old caterpillar on his face.
I didn't think of that. I was thinking like the book, like the one the author just passed away, the big caterpillar.
Oh,
So I
the
was
Hungry
thinking of-
Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
That was a classic.
I don't remember that one, sadly. I don't remember a lot of my childhood
It
books.
was very hungry.
It was a hungry caterpillar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. The title checks out.
Unlike the Sam Elliott memes.
I know, right?
What do you guys think about the like dream sequences?
I love
What the
it.
fuck is
Oh,
up
that
with
was
the
amazing.
The scissors cut off your Johnson. That scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that in meme form where it's just like the guy's running with scissors and it's just like I had no context to it. Now that I have context to it, I don't know if I like it any better.
You're going to cut off your Johnson.
So what's so weird is like when they're talking about like different characters throughout the movie are talking about like things that someone else might be saying, like when they're quoting someone else in advance, the characters will later say the same dialogue. So like when Maud's talking about giving him the money and she's like trying to act like she's like all above calling it like dollars or something and she's like clams, whatever you want to call it. And then the next scene, John Goodman calls them clams. That kind of thing keeps repeating.
Huh.
Where like someone's weird reference dialogue will get used again in like the next scene.
Didn't catch that one.
Yeah, that's another
Weird.
fun one to kind of watch for.
Right.
Just like I got the milk throat from that. Gosh,
I was
White
getting
Russian.
that last night.
Drinking those overnight, getting ready for the pod,
Yeah.
getting into the dude's mindset.
Yep.
Saturday boy can party on a Friday as long as he still
Every day is a
parties
Saturday, dude.
on a Saturday. Okay.
No.
It's in the rule book.
We don't roll.
This is a league Saturday, okay?
Who's in charge of scheduling?
This is a league podcast, okay?
This is a league podcast and my toe was over the line.
0.
Another reference to the toe.
The toe.
Oh yeah, the toe getting cut off.
Yes.
Over the line.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
can get you a toe by 3 o'clock if you want.
That's a weird thing to
That's
say.
such a weird
Dude, I
fucking
love it.
thing.
Like, even for him. I don't know.
Do you think he really could?
I do.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
I think he thinks he can. I don't know if he could, but he in his mind believes.
I mean, he's not.
If
It's
he
not going to be legal.
manifests it, it will happen.
I mean, he'll just go
I mean,
to
he
a
has a
person
fucking
to cut it
Uzi.
off.
Yeah.
He does have an Uzi, so he could probably get a toe from the same guy he got the Uzi.
Right.
God,
You fucked up giving me this.
But then they lose the Uzi, dude.
I know, right? They just throw it and it fucking spins in the middle of the road, shooting in a
Yeah.
circle. I thought John Goodman freaking got shot in that scene. He was just limping, I guess it was
Right.
from the fall.
Yeah.
But how did no one get shot during that?
Like, what was the
God.
plan there? Like, what if everyone there just died? Like, what would,
There would be no.
It would just end there
Yeah.
at the end of the movie.
like, yeah,
It's like a 20-minute movie.
right?
It's like 30 minutes in.
30 minutes, yeah.
It would end up with Walter giving a monologue for the dude instead of Donnie.
The
It's still in
Nihilist.
Vietnam. Right.
The Nihilist.
What about the Nihilist?
I don't know.
Flea?
I just, the
Weird
Nihilist
group.
bug me. Like,
As they should.
Just the whole vibe. I like the scene where they're in the Denny's though. So they supposedly don't care about anything. When the waiter's going around asking them, they'll kind of look at each other and order the same thing.
Right.
And
That's a good point.
And then it goes to her toe, and it's her toe that got cut off. They used
Like the
Just painted
reveal.
it green.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then you never see her character again.
No, she just kind of got
think
thrown
so,
in
no.
there.
No, but
Just for that like one scene, just so you know whose toe it was, I think.
when Walter's attacking that one at the very end, though, he says, "You and your nine-toed woman."
Oh, yeah.
I did. Holy shit! I didn't even hear
catch
that.
Because Walter knew the whole time because he called it.
Fucking amateurs.
Yep, fucking amateurs.
Fucking amateurs, man.
Dude, the
Walter's
movie's
a
such
G.
a trip. Yeah,
I mean, he's a freaking psychopath, but he's a G. He always had the dude's back,
Did.
even getting yelled at by him constantly.
I like how he says it's a Pomeranian, and then it's like a little like.
a
I know, it's a little
fucking
Yorkie.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought. I'm like,
That's something that this movie does is it kind of sets its own way and then just sticks to it.
Yep.
Like and it's very self-aware about it. Like he knows it's not a fucking Malamute or whatever he calls
Yeah, a
it.
marmot.
Marmot. It's just like fucking marmot over here.
It's like Marmot, man.
That's a weird ass scene. Just sitting there chilling in his tub with candles everywhere.
He's smoking like the very,
And very
very last of his joint, just getting the most out.
He's
of it.
listening to
Yeah.
whale noises on the cassette. If you
Yeah.
notice,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Got the candles and everything. Just
fucking
Right, just a
Hey
vibe.
man, this is a private residence.
private residence.
Oh my god! So when he nails that like little strip and of wood on the floor and to prop the freaking chair, and then immediately it just because it
It
opens
opens
out,
the other way.
it opens out, and I'm like, you fucking dumbass. Then he trips over it later. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it just hurt.
dude, literally, dude.
Dude.
I'm like, you knew that was gonna happen. It's like freaking slapstick, just waiting to happen.
I like as it goes on too, the other characters start referring to him as the dude, even people he recently met, like Brant, start calling him dude.
All right, dude.
Yep. Like I'm not like Lebowski. It's not me. I'm the dude.
I'm the dude.
Where's dudeliness?
El Duderino.
Duderino. Yeah.
You're not into the whole brevity thing.
Big old brevity. God. We didn't even really talk about Jackie Treehorn or their two guys. They first start the
Jackie
scene.
Treehorn
Yeah.
porn
Empire.
Yeah, holy
Yeah.
The
shit.
sketch.
The sketch. Oh my god,
Oh, yeah, the one
sketch.
the guy that initiated the whole trip of
When
like
he-
that dream sequence.
Yeah, when he goes in, he's like, "Oh, I wonder what he wrote on the notepad."
And just his expression, like,
Just a big old dick.
And then when the cop finds that later in his pocket, he's
Yeah.
like,
oh, did you notice that was an editing mistake? That when the cop finds it, it's not crumpled anymore.
Oh,
it's like
yes.
a fresh picture.
Oh, I
I found that out scrolling through like little goofs of the movie.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Which surprisingly, this movie has a lot of goofs with time, like because when it's supposed to be set, it has a lot of like product placement and music that's from the current time it was filmed.
so late '90s, even though it was supposed to be
Exactly.
early
So
90s.
it's like so many stuff that didn't exist at that time. So like,
I guess they figured it was close enough. They're like,
yeah, they get a lot of that
It's
stuff.
probably
was
going to get
shot
dated really fast.
well, they probably shot in the mid '90s. If it came out in what
98?
98? Yeah, they were
98.
probably shooting in like '95.
that does remind me of another small fan theory I've read though. Everyone knows it's a movie except for Donnie.
Oh, everybody's acting?
Yeah. And that's why they're all trying to figure out their own plot and resolve their own like
So it's like the Donnie Show.
but Donnie doesn't realize it. So that's why Donnie keeps butting in and being like,
Hey, what's going on?
yeah,
So it's literally the Donnie Show.
instead of the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's blessed.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
You're out of your element, Donnie. Life does not stop and start.
almost
fucking element,
almost everything he says is freaking great. Oh my god.
What's your favorite performance from the film? John Goodman, Jeff Bridges,
They're all so good, dude.
Steve Buscemi.
Honestly, Steve Buscemi is probably one of my least favorite.
He's,
But I think
he's
it's-
just not in it.
He doesn't.
enough.
Yeah, he doesn't
That's
have much
the
of the
biggest
movie,
issue.
so he
He's
doesn't get a
great
chance
when he's in it,
Yeah.
but
I think mine's going to be Jeff Bridges, primarily because I'm used to seeing Jeff Bridges in such a, I don't know, like cowboy western or like kind of adultish, kind of like.
Yeah, this was way different for him.
Yeah, it just is like way different vibe for him. He's the dude, man, versus like I'm used to seeing him like almost cowboy action, like, you know, not necessarily all the time, but just like a little bit more like in that realm. So it was
Yeah.
kind of cool to see somebody do that. John Goodman has some funny roles already, so like I kind of expect him to be able to get that like weird zany humor.
See, for me, it's kind of a little bit opposite with John Goodman because I've seen a lot of his family stuff. I haven't really watched anything where he's like that intense. So for him being this intense and swearing and all that, it's a very different John Goodman performance than I'm used to. So I think I like his performance a little bit better personally, at least for my first watch through. I'll probably acclimate to everyone else's on the next following 12. But definitely I would probably say John Goodman for me. Just it's so this all of his lines are just delivered very like strong, you know. It's just a very interesting character.
It was him or the dude.
Yeah.
I like Donnie. Donnie's fantastic. Just all of his confusion is just perfect. Like, and you really need it. Because it's just like, it reminds you how chaotic everything is, really.
Right.
That's true.
His death is like very like came out of nowhere.
Right.
Left
Oh, yeah.
field.
The whole fight with the nihilist, and it's like you don't even realize that anything's happening.
The
to him.
only thing I knew about that beforehand was I occasionally check out movie details. One of it was the scene before his heart attack. You see him kind of like crumping his right hand. He's just kind of like,
Oh, and he doesn't bowl a strike for the first time in the movie.
he doesn't bowl a strike, and he's just like,
Oh,
and then he goes out and he has a heart attack. Well, pain in your whole right arm is a
Yep.
common
Yeah.
male side effect of you're having a heart attack.
yeah.
And that would be his
didn't
bowling
even-
arm, too.
I didn't even. I didn't. Like,
Oh
I knew
my
that, but I
God.
didn't
Yeah.
connect.
Yeah,
it.
so I knew that scene because of that, and I was like, holy crap.
It was in and
Donnie.
out.
Wow.
Fucking in and out, man.
Fucking in and out.
Fuck, I
Got
just had
good
that
burgers,
last
man.
night.
Oh no.
Or the previous night. I don't know. This week's gone by fast. Like the movie.
That's true.
Anthony, who's your favorite performance from?
It bounces back a bit between Jeff Bridges and John Goodman, but I would say like I think right now John Goodman still. I just love the intensity, and it just like
Oh, yeah.
it's just it commands like every scene he's in he just commands it, and it's like your attention, like you're not watching this like on your phone or just doing something. Like when he's in the scene,
Well, he's taking this.
Well, I think that's what caught me off guard is how commanding of the scene he is and how it just escalates the entire movie. It's just like, oh, okay, now he's got a gun. Okay, now he's got an Uzi. Okay, now he's just beating the shit out of it. It just keeps on going
Right.
up. He
Just
just
continuously
you don't know
surprised.
he just keeps
how-
outdoing himself. It's like, oh, that's probably
Weird.
the worst he's gonna do. No, he's gonna destroy someone's car, and then
Just
Bites the guy's
escalates.
ears off at the
yeah,
very
why,
end.
like, seriously,
Yeah.
freaking Mike Tyson.
style.
Yeah. I actually forgot when that scene like first started happening. I'm like, he doesn't actually. No, he really does do
Yeah,
that.
he bites it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full on.
Yeah.
Any wonder that Donnie had a heart attack during that? 'Cause I'm like, fuck.
Something I caught this watch through is when Donnie's dying and he's there sitting next to him. He tells Donnie the choppers are coming. Don't worry.
I heard that.
Oh yeah.
The choppers are coming. Don't
But see,
worry.
but it's Walter, right? That's
Yeah.
his,
Yeah.
he was like so like I appreciate like for like his character, like they had him be super calm because like the dude was like oh you must have been shot. He's like
yeah.
no, there was no shots fired. Like he was super calm and collected. So like it just he went like that character's so well done because he's such a freaking chaotic mess. But like when it was something serious like that, when someone's like
When he
dying,
goes into his war
he
mode, he
became that like
He became
that-
super zen.
yeah, like he was completely aware of the situation, knew what to do, didn't panic, was
He was
calm.
the only part of the movie too where he's compassionate to Donnie when Donnie's getting
This is
scared in the
true.
background
Yeah.
and he's
He's not
like,
just-
"Are these the Nazis, Walter?" He's like, "No, they're nihilists. They're nothing to be afraid of, Donnie."
Too good. Rest in pasta. Rick West.
I'll call them back. That's the work phone for the audio
Yeah.
listeners.
Well, we're about to wrap up anyway tonight. Do you
Yeah.
guys have any final thoughts about the Big Lebowski tonight?
John had one thing I think he wanted to perhaps say before,
The end.
the end of this. We'll give him a sec to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We have one closing.
One closing final thoughts.
Thank you. You have it.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I have his final words.
What is
prepared.
this?
Oh no.
Donnie was a good bowler and a good man. He was one of us. He was a man who loved the outdoors and bowling. As a surfer, he explored the beaches of Southern California. Oh, yours is abridged. Hold on now. I got a full
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
because I have half it memorized. So
So I had that half memorized. I didn't need you for that.
from La Jolla to Leo Carrillo and up to Pismo, he died like so many young men of his generation. He died before his time. In your wisdom, Lord, you took him, as you took so many bright, flowering young men. And he goes on to listen to that. And yeah, good night, sweet prince.
And then throws the ashes and they go all
Right
over
into
the
Jeff
dude.
Goodman's face.
Right.
Not Jeff.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Such an asshole.
Right.
I combined their names.
And it got so sad too. He's like, "Sorry, dude." Like you just like see like he's
Sorry,
just like, "I'm
dude.
sorry." Like and it's like, "Oh,
I didn't mean to do
how
that."
is that character of all characters like tugging at the heartstrings? Like you just feel bad for him because like
They just lost their buddy.
his friend
He didn't
died.
deserve any of that.
No, he didn't.
But yeah, no. Thanks everyone for listening to our episode of The Big Lebowski. It just kind of ends, just kind of like the movie does. Just kind of we're
Yeah,
done.
just
Yeah.
Bye.
Sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you.
But
The boys abide.
the boys abide.
The boys abide. Happy
That's
Saturday.
fine by me. Cheers.